Bust water, bust through and bust moves. Stay true to kill it, to stay smooth. Handsome brothers stay set in the mood, but they wanted funky rhymes from the brother soul. Bust water, bust through and bust moves. Stay true to kill it, to stay smooth. Handsome brothers stay set in the mood, but they wanted funky rhymes from the brother so cool. Trying to check the vibes and set the conversation. The keenest minds to find this observation. I'm Montana podcast, so dope, now face it. We'll be the first to declare our greatness. Checking, now check it, I'm checking it twice on the weekly. I'm busting, cause busting is life. If you don't know, now you do though. You should peep game, that'd be cool though. Cause your part is crucial, so get on the movement. If you ain't busting, don't know what you doing. Wasting your time and ignoring the truest. Some of the realest, they greatly influence. Kings in Montana creating a movement. Scrapping or rapping or laughing or acting. It really don't matter, cause this is our passion. We busting and trusting. It really is something. When it comes to our family, you know that we love them. That's how we roll. Montana in the house and we taking control. Podcast kings in the place to be. We taking over, just wait and see. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz will be on tonight. No more stay true and tried. It's bust forward, it's ride or die. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly bus will be on tonight. No more staying true and tried. It's bus forward, it's ride or die.
And yeah.
We are live.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Weekly Bus. We are being joined by a Montana guru himself. He is in the entertainment business. He's also in the marijuana business. He is a one-man show, a wrecking ball of entertainment. They call him Connor Lorenz. What's good, baby?
AKA Mr. Extrinsic. What's up, brother?
Yes, sir, man. It's good to be in Great Falls, man.
Yeah, welcome, man. How was the travels?
It was great. Like I was telling the guys on the way up here, you know, I don't get my cell service, so I do go through a little bit of withdrawals on the drive to Great Falls, but thank goodness it's only like three and a half hours, you know. So.
Yeah, but them 3.5 hours, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
as soon as you get back in service, it's
I'm like,
for 10 minutes.
The second I get back into service, I'm back on my phones. I'm like,
yeah,
you know.
Yo, shit, you got two phones. Oh, fuck, you ain't fucking around, dude.
Man,
I live on my phone, so dude, I get it. It's my lifeblood. It's my train, dude. I get it, man.
Yeah, I just don't feel complete when I'm like without service. And like my girlfriend's the opposite. She's like, yo, let's go camping, let's go boating, let's go, you know, just anywhere where there's no service. You know,
anything to get you away from your phone is what you mean.
Yeah, let's go out to the canyon. What? All right, I guess here we go.
So Connor, man, like you seem to be a notable character around Montana. You are well known within our community and in your community. I don't know about Missoula's, but I'm assuming there as well. And Bozeman, you got your presence everywhere. Why? Who is Connor Lorenz?
You know, I'm born and raised in Montana, actually, so I'm like a hardcore, like, you know,
406, baby.
Yeah, like
let's
hardcore.
Go, let's go. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. We do a lot of business across the state, especially in the entertainment scene. You know, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Billings, Missoula, all of them. We've done a very good amount of shows, and we work with a lot of local artists out in each one of those towns.
You fucking kill it, man. You rep Montana as hard as we do, and I love it for that, man. I love every bit of that.
That's how it needs to be. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a lot of people that have the potential to you know, rep Montana at the fullest, and they just kind of push it to the side. Yeah, and then there are certain ones that are like, they're all about it. And I have a lot more respect for those that, like, you know, rep where they're from type shit.
Yeah. It's no skin off our nose if you don't, but if you do, hell yeah.
And like us at the bus, loyal to the soil, baby.
That's right, man. That's right. That's we coined that a lot, man. We're loyal to the soil. That's exactly
we
it.
Actually, we got some collective elevation hats that say loyal to the soil on them.
No, that's fire.
I love
Let's go. We're gonna have to get some of those. I'm gonna cop me.
Look at that smooth shout out.
No doubt.
Man, this shit.
It was easy.
That's right.
Connor, where are you from, man? How'd you come up? Where'd you come about, bro?
So I'm from Billings. Lived in Billings pretty much my whole life. I went to Butte for a semester of college.
Oh, word.
And then I transferred to Bozeman for a semester of college, and then back to Billings, and that's kind of when everything really started taking off. Yeah.
What was like life growing up for you in Billings?
Growing up in Billings, goodness, man, pretty low key. You know what I mean? Like I was just in sports, all that. Man, I didn't smoke weed, so I was like 19, 20.
Chilling then.
Yeah, nice. chilling. But I was always hustling. That was always like a big thing for me. It was really important that like I was always making money. Like I'm talking like back to like middle school type shit.
Were you groomed that way, or was it just about you?
So my dad's an entrepreneur, my mom's an entrepreneur, but it wasn't ever like forced on me. It wasn't ever like they were like, you know, setting me up with like chocolate bars and being like, all right, like, you come home when those chocolate bars. So it wasn't ever like that, you know. Right. But I mean, they supported it. It was cool. Like, I mean, they didn't really know what was going on.
Did you like idolize your parents though? Like, is that where you picked it up? Like, oh shit, I fuck with them.
I mean, like I got respect from my parents or whatever, but like it wasn't like that necessarily. Like my thing was like, yo, I want to like, I know the path that I'm trying to create. And I know that if I start sooner, like I'll get there, I'll get there sooner. And that was kind of like the whole mentality was the sooner I do this or get going on something, the sooner you
should give fucking Sarah you should give fucking speeches and shit on that too.
Speeches?
No, I'm dead ass serious. You should do like seminars on the idea of entrepreneurship at a young age, bro, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that are his age, my son's age 14, who don't know what to do with themselves or looking for a path, and they're just going to get thrown into the world in 4 years. You know what I mean?
No, I love that. And fortunately enough in Billings, I've had the opportunity to, I don't want to say mentor, but like, give a lot of info to a lot of like younger generations. Like, cause they're not, most of them aren't afraid to holler. Like they'll hit me up on Snapchat,
right?
Instagram, whatever.
Let's go.
And I always like, that's something that's really important to me is like taking time to like, yo, bro, like what you got going on? How can I help you? How can like my team help you? My platform, whatever.
Yes, sir.
And I think, starting with that and setting that example. So then when they're in the same position or a similar position as what I'm in, they're going to reciprocate that and they're going to replicate that to it's a chain effect. And I think that's like, that's how things need to be.
I think that's how we all operate. You know what I mean?
No, you guys are definitely like that. And that's
why I reach out all the time.
Yeah, dude. No, I love seeing what you do within your community, man. Like, I don't know what you do personally. Like that was new to me, learning what you do with the youth and shit. But what you do for the community in general is that you bring attention in a positive manner to Montana, which, of course we have the tourism for mountains and shit, but we're not just that, dude. We have people here in Entertainment Hub too. Yeah. And you're making it recognized with that push and that movement, dude. It's so fucking sick to witness.
No, man, it's a blessing to be able to bring that sort of energy, like to Billings and to, everyone else.
It's total energy too. Cause that energy resonates throughout your community for long after the event's over, man. It just it ripples, dude. It's dope.
No, it's a blessing, man. It really is.
Shout out to Joshua Edwards out here.
Oh yeah, Edwards was good, man. You got to get on one of his fucking shows. Did you ever heard of the rapper at Kalispell, Josh Edwards?
Oh yeah, we've worked together. That's my boy.
All right, cool.
We went up for, gosh, I can't think what the festival's called, but we stayed at his crib and everything. That's my dude. Yeah, Josh.
Yes, sir, man. He's
I got a lot
legit,
of respect for
dude.
Josh. And he's got a really cool operation going on. Well, I mean, I believe he's on the road now.
Yeah, and he's making music again. I seen him in the fucking studio.
His whole operation that he had going up there was pretty cool, man.
It was
a lot of love for those boys.
Jeff says appreciate you wearing the hat.
Hey, man, of course, bro.
Hey, Unger Sales.
Just jeffing around, man.
That's right.
Too big.
Unger Sales, man. That's the dude right there. He's just trolling all day long. The Unger Sales Trolling Co.
Right, bro, I actually love this hat because not only is it snapback, but it's also flex fit.
It's so comfortable.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
it's one of my favorite hats.
My hat I've been wearing the last 3 nights. I just had to put the halftime on for
shout out
after party reasons and shit tonight.
So speaking to be in the entertainment business and bringing all that energy to the events and your community and our community and Montana in general, how did you get into the business?
It's actually so crazy how I got into concerts and whatnot, but I mean, to sum it up, really, I was actually studying. I had a full ride for petroleum engineering.
Really?
And I was going to Montana Tech.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I don't know what you guys know about Montana Tech, but like, I went into like my freshman year of college being like, I'm just gonna be real, girls and partying and all that.
Go Butte.
And like, the Butte really missed the girls part for me. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot of beer, man. And I'm not like a big drinker or any of that. So after the first weekend of spending a Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Butte, I remember the guys in my dorm pod, we were like, yo, we're not doing this again. Like, we can't do this again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We will not make it through a semester, let alone 4 fucking years of this shit. Like, we're not doing this, And so we all got the idea of, let's start throwing parties. Well, we can't throw parties in Butte because, just because there's no girls at this party doesn't mean there's going to be girls at our party.
Right.
And so, we just kind of talked whatever. And we're like, let's just do it in Billings, and my boys are like, yo, throw to your parents' house, I'm like, hell no. Like, I enjoy,
they got it like that.
Yeah, it's not even like that, And so, I was like, yo, like, let's monetize this. Let's find a way that we can make money on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And at that time, I wasn't really feeling my whole petroleum engineering thing anyways. It was just kind of like, I'm good at it. I got the scholarships. Let's rock. Like, it pays well, whatever. Yeah. Our first party we did was at the Holiday Inn Convention Center. It's like a 400 capacity room. We did like 350 people.
There you go.
And so I'm like, 17 years old. I just made $3,500.
I feel like a king.
I'm like, all right, let's throw another one. So we threw another one 2 weeks later, and in that same 400 capacity room, we had like 850 motherfuckers in there.
Holy shit.
Ambulances were
firemen were pissed.
Fire marshals, their cops are there. And I made money, bro. I was like, yo, I paid my boys a little bit. Everybody was cool. And we're like, yo, like, it was like that night where I was like, I'm not doing it.
Bro, you should do a
You know what I
fucking
mean?
event called Project X.
That's dangerous. No, it was so out of hand, so crazy. But like that was when it like hit me like, yo, this is like something I really want to pursue and really
For
want to
sure,
do.
dude.
But I obviously want to make it safe.
Can I add something that just hit my mind as you said that, dude? Because you're like, fuck, I wasn't really into the petroleum shit. In my eyes, all I heard dead industry, anyways. Even if shit goes sour, there's always an entertainment center, dude.
Real talk.
Think about it. You got your Mad Max. Where did they go? They went to the Thunderdome. Why? Because that was the entertainment center, dog. And they were in a total apocalypse.
I was gonna say, you're saying even in an apocalypse, I'm gonna.
You're good, dog. You're good, dog.
I love it, man. I'm all about that longevity.
You're
and
good,
so
dog.
that was kind of for me. It was like, yo, like holy cow, like we just made this money or whatever. I actually enjoyed doing it. My boys enjoyed doing it. Like, let's rock, Now, the one concern that I had at this time, I was 17. So like, I wasn't thinking about a whole lot, but I did kind of think out in the future in the sense of the longevity aspect. When I turn 30 years old, do I want to keep throwing? Because these parties were for high school to 20-year-olds.
Right.
So it's like high school parties, right? No alcohol, like no drugs, nothing. Like it was clean. But it was like, I can't be 30, 40, 50 years old throwing high school parties. Like I got to transition into something that's like, you know what I mean? I got to transition into something that's like,
I got to find a way to make money off of it.
Yeah. And so I was like, yo, I'm going to get into concerts. I was like, that's like the most similar thing to this
transition
hip hop concerts. There's a gentleman in Billings that knew, and I'm not going to name drop him because I've already name dropped him on a.
Is it Chez?
No, it's not Chez, but
all right.
He knew I was trying to get into concerts. You know what? He's watching right now. I am name dropping it. Ira No Runner. Ira was like, yo, I can hook you up with this dude, but like it's gonna cost you.
Okay.
And like, Ira, you did me dirty, but no, in all due respect to stuff, I paid it. I was like, cool, let's pay it. I met a gentleman. He linked me up. We did a Kurt Cobain's concert.
Oh, sure.
In
okay.
Billings. That was my first ever concert. Was Kurt Cobain's.
Nice.
And Kirko's a good dude. I've toured with him. A lot of experiences with Kirko.
He had an experience here, man.
Did he?
Yeah, he got socked up, I guess, by somebody.
How long ago was that?
A few years back. 10 years ago, probably.
No, not that long ago.
No,
not that long.
So you probably 11.
7, yeah, probably 10 years at least.
No,
maybe?
2011, I think.
Yeah, it was a minute ago. Yeah,
it was a while ago.
Yeah,
that was before my time. Thank goodness.
Yeah. He came here, got weird, and I guess he got punched out.
Ira said you offered. I messaged, and I probably did. To be fair.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pull my weight.
We had to turn up.
No, shout out to Ira, man. He low key, like indirectly, started a lot of this in a lot of ways.
Word, man. In a way, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Ira. I mean, he's kept it real with me. I've been on like his radio show out in Billings a few times.
Word.
He's a big supporter. I see him at our shows and stuff. Ira's got a lot of love for sure.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, if you guys are new here, please pop over our YouTube, drop a subscribe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you've been bouncing all over. You worked with a few different artists, but where's your favorite venue so far, man?
My favorite venue, like across the like just in
general,
Montana,
that you've entertained.
Well, haven't you spread out to like Oregon and stuff too, though?
Yeah, I mean, there was a club I did a show out in India that I like.
India, the country?
Yeah, out
what?
in India. Yeah.
Oh hell,
in Hyderabad. Yeah. I don't even remember what the place was called. It's on my Instagram. The name.
I'll
of the
have to check that shit out.
It was it had like 2 floors, and we performed on a balcony, bro.
Is that the winner then?
Wait, what was that? Is that the winner? Probably. I mean,
how interesting is that? So they flew you out?
Yeah, they flew us out. It was crazy actually, because not only did they fly us out, but like they paid for everything, and I'm talking like everything. Like,
how the fuck did that come about, dude? Like, that's got to be a story in itself, right?
Yeah. So I was managing and running booking agent work for an artist out of Seattle named Macintosh. It's my dude. Shout out to Macintosh. And he's got a lot of fans from India.
Crazy.
And so yeah, they brought him out. They like worship him, man. And the craziest part about all of it was, I mean, I could see why they worship him and they're like putting him on this pedestal.
Yeah.
But when I was out there, I truly felt like I was on the exact same pedestal.
Crazy.
Because I was like associated with
it. Yeah.
I'm talking like every restaurant we went to, they're paying for every meal. Like I couldn't walk up to a vending machine without them, like, whatever.
They put this for you. Yeah.
Everything. We went shopping for souvenirs and they're cashing out the dudes at
That's
the little
fucking
shops.
Crazy, dude.
Crazy, man. They took care of us, man. Yeah.
How old was that? How old were you?
That was like probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
How old are you now?
I'm 26 now.
Dude, you were that young in India just balling out, dog.
I was like 21, 22.
Crazy,
we flew out for 10 days. We hit a couple shows and whatnot. And Yeah, man, it was one of the craziest experiences ever. Best food I've ever had in my life, and like some of the nicest people, man. They were so friendly.
Tell us about the conversion rate.
I actually have no idea what he's talking about with that.
Money.
I don't know.
Money. Like, did you you talking about money?
Oh, I have no idea.
Money. All right.
I mean, yeah, there's a conversion rate every time you leave the country, but I mean, what is it?
I did get on one of McIntosh's songs when we were talking about rupees, though. I don't know if that's what he's talking about with the conversion rate. Yeah.
Did you bring any?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That's funny.
The song, oh yeah,
hell yeah.
What's your favorite souvenir, man?
My favorite souvenir?
Yeah, that you brought home from any of these things.
Well, from India, I got like these. It's like a chalice. Like I said, I don't drink at all.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like I think that's what they're called, like a chalice. It's like this silver cup thing.
like a dope ass pimp cup.
Yeah, like a pimp cup.
Yeah,
I got like
nice,
I got like a full set. It was like 2 pimp cups, and then it was like this little like really pretty like gold and silver like bowl. And man, I use that shit for an ashtray. I'm not gonna lie.
Gotta do what.
But no, yeah. India was crazy, man, and we've had a few invites and opportunities to go back. Just hasn't made sense. But
so inside the country, then, where was your best venue?
Inside the country, man. I mean, I love the pub station in Billings. Like, I think the Billings is really, really lucky to have something like the pub station.
Yeah.
I love the Gem in Idaho Falls. I do a lot out in Idaho Falls.
Is that like
that's what Unger
is
said.
that like
He
a
said-
bigger?
No, it's like a 300 to 500 capacity room. It's got like a little VIP section up on like a balcony.
Okay, it might be
It's
like
just-
Newberry-ish. Huh?
Unger says
I've
that's
never
where
been.
he likes the best.
Is
He says Idaho Falls, yo.
Yeah, Idaho Falls is awesome, man. I love Idaho Falls. I've never been to the Newberry, actually. I
that
reached
right?
out to them to bring talent here or whatever, and I think they have something set up more like internally where they don't really work with outside
Yeah, they're super
promoters.
internal. Yeah,
And so like I understand, man. Get it how you live, playa.
I get it. Yeah. We've tried to a little bit here and there to bridge something, but yeah, they're very internal. Yeah,
And that's like, I mean, I can see the benefit of that, but I can also like, man, just through my experiences, like collaboration, man, is so much like,
absolutely, man.
you know?
I always say this to a lot of people that are especially just kind of coming up into a different career choice and shit. I always tell them, it's the saying rings true. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
real talk.
That's
That's
for real,
facts.
man. And you can know it all, man. But if you ain't passing the information to someone who cares, then it doesn't matter.
Well, and power in numbers, man. There's so much more that can be,
Eight strong together.
Yeah,
For sure,
It's
man.
so true, man. It really is. And
What are the some of the pros and the cons that you've gotten in this industry? That's kind of been, what are the hurdles that you've hurdled around?
Hurdles?
Fuck, man.
I know where you're headed with this one.
No. This is just honest. Yeah.
I mean, there's been all kinds of stuff, man. It's one of the most stressful jobs. Like I was reading, there was like some study that like event promoters are amongst like police officers and like people that like.
Oh, I imagine you're dealing with
bombs
egos and
stuff
shit.
like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of the most stressful jobs in the world. And so, which for me, that stress load is like, it's bittersweet because like I love it. I feel like it keeps me alive.
Sure, yeah.
But at the same time, like sometimes it's like, holy cow! Like you guys got to see it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Where I'm like pacing back and forth, and it has nothing to do with concerts.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole different business. Like I'm
We're gonna get into
pacing
that
back
too,
and
yeah,
forth.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like it's always. I always say this, and I'm sure a lot of people say it, but it's always something. That's
Yeah.
something it's always something,
It's
man.
a
Every
fact,
day of the
dude.
week, man. We always got something going on. There's always some bullshit we got to deal with, some hurdle we got to
The
overcome.
marathon continues, man.
But that's the thing is ultimately like we do, we keep it rolling. Always.
Yeah, always, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing about a person like all of us here, probably in this room here, dude, is that we just you can't get stalled by the hurdles. You just keep going. Even if you trip, man, you pick yourself back up.
Real talk, man. And usually we learn a lot too.
Yeah, no, they're learning
throughout all
lessons.
those
That's
struggles.
dude. That's another saying that we have here, man. We don't
Yeah.
take losses, we take learning lessons. No
Real
else
talk.
here that are fucking that you can't learn from.
Yeah,
man.
I love that, man. I think that a lot of people could learn from that too, because I mean, even personally, I have a lot of friends that they may have a deal go south or an opportunity go south, and they're immediately like discouraged, back
Throw their hands up,
in their
yeah.
hole, and just kind of like I'm just kind of whatever. And everybody's guilty. I'm guilty of myself too, but I think that being able to persevere and acknowledge the fact that this is a setback, but like it's not the end of the world. Like that's so important.
Yeah, life's it's too full of possibilities, man.
Real talk.
Yeah. So even if you get fucking plan A to fall through, there's several others lined out, dude. Even if it's the biggest plan that you had and it broke, you know what I mean? Just shift gears.
Oh, and we've had those, man.
Yeah.
Tons of plan A's have not been there for us, man. That's for sure.
1,000%.
I was like, as long as the get back's as good as as what did you say, Dakota? How's the saying go?
Get back.
This guy he was saying something.
He says, "Shit, I was not paying attention."
As long as
like you're gonna come back like 22, you gotta jump back
like
33. Yeah, that's Lil Weezy. Yeah, that's Wayne, dog.
I love it.
in your
As y'all.
okay. Who's been your favorite artist to work with?
That's a good question.
Goodness. You know, I kind of have like a couple of them. Rich Homie Quam was a really good dude, like super appreciative.
Yeah.
Like very, very appreciative. Like I wasn't expecting it all.
Neighborhood.
His whole team was like kind of whatever, but he was very like, you know, Mercury's very appreciative guy. Chris Webby's one of my good friends. Tyga was actually great, which it's ironic because my first year doing concerts. He just
seems huge, man, you know?
Yeah, and so my first year doing concerts, my second show ever, I told you guys I did Kirkle first. My second show was Tyga.
Oh,
He
shit,
canceled a week before the show.
Oh shit.
And this was only my second show. I'm like a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like the radio stations in Billings were kind of making it
That
seem
is
like
fucking bananas to me. You're 17 years old bringing in artists. Dude.
yeah, like it
That's
was a
fucking
big show,
insane.
right? Like
That's
it sold a couple
insane.
thousand tickets. Like I was up like very, very well. He cancels. Next thing you know, I had to sit out in the Shrine Auditorium in Billings, the parking lot. I did it for 2 weeks for I think it was 2 hours, or maybe it was 1 week, but 2 hours a day. I'm not even gonna lie. I sat with a Glock in my lap and a stack of cash, and I refunded every single one of those, like 1,500 tickets or something like that.
God.
We're talking like you know $40,000. I didn't have it all with me at once, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there alone, refunding these tickets, and I didn't have no bad intentions, but I'm refunding these people their money.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. Talk about like a rude awakening when you're getting into a new industry. My second ever show was like a huge flop, huge L in the sense of he canceled a week before.
Yeah.
And so the radio's talking about me acting kind of like I was scamming people. A lot of people thought that I was scamming people. And like, I'm here like, yo, like Tyga just got an offer to play in France for more money. Like I would take the deal too. You know?
Right,
No,
yeah,
Oh shit, dude.
You know what I
We
mean?
were going to that Tyga show, dog.
So,
Yeah,
and
that
so-
was in 2011 or some shit,
this
2012.
was back, bro.
Or 20, what was it,
This would've been,
16?
yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Would've been like 15, 16 times.
Yeah.
And so I kind of took like a step back for like a couple weeks, and I was actually living in Bozeman at this time. And I was like, thank goodness I'm living in Bozeman because like I can't show my face in Billings. Right? I've grown up, everybody in Billings knows me, but I was like, yo, people think I'm a scammer right now.
Yeah.
And like that was not
We
the case
got
at
our
all.
refund, dude.
Everybody got their refund. It was all good.
Yeah.
I sat and I was like, I need to either choose a new lane.
See you in a little bit.
Hey, bro, it's good to meet you, man. You take care. It was like I either need to choose a new lane and like maybe go back to fucking petroleum engineering, whatever, or I gotta double down and I gotta boss the fuck up.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm sitting there and like I remember it was like 3-4 days, bro, that like I don't even know if I left my house. Like I was just sitting there like, dude, what do I do? What do I do? And I got the idea of bringing this dude named Russ to Billings.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
reached out to
nice.
him, and it just so happened that Russ was represented by Kara Lewis, and she's Eminem's fucking agent. So like, not the easiest agent to reach out to.
Right.
And so I used
Yeah,
the middleman to reach out to Russ, and we got a hold of him, and we were fortunate enough to book Russ's first ever American tour date in Billings, Montana. Yeah, so
Wow.
his first ever American tour. He had toured in Europe and like Saudi and
Hey,
stuff
that's
like
kind of
that.
dope, bro.
Yeah, the first ever American tour date was in Billings, Montana, and sold out. It was crazy. The recap video doesn't even do it justice, and the recap video is crazy.
Not.
But that was like where the momentum changed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I went from being like, yo, he lied about this Tyga concert, it wasn't happening, whatever, which everything was legit. It was all in the contract. I got my money back from Tyga, even like it was all good. To like, yo, I brought Russ right before he popped, and then he popped like a year later,
Yeah.
2 years later, and it was like, holy shit, like you actually brought Russ to Billings.
Right.
And so that right there was what kind of like turned everything around momentum wise.
Dope.
Just set
That's
up
exactly the
fucking course,
setbacks
so.
and comebacks that we're talking about.
Real
dog.
talk,
Yeah.
man.
Because
And-
Kalispell had that same thing happen back in the day with Usher. They said
shit.
Usher's coming to the Kalispell Mall. Time my mom sat down there for hours.
Yeah.
No one showed up.
Like
About
14.
four,
There's like 300 people out there.
I'd say max five months later, that radio station was all shut down.
Oh,
they
man.
shut it down.
So-
they
yeah,
got
that's no
murdered.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And so to this day, Kalispell still doesn't have a
Hip-hop
hip hop
station.
radio station.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Josh Edwards needs to make that happen.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hey,
That's
yeah.
Josh's job,
Hey,
man.
yeah.
That's
man.
Josh's job. We're one of them boys.
That's right.
Some good dudes over there. No, and so that was like the turning point for the momentum. That was when it all kind of like really started rocking. You know, next was the game tour. And
We
then
can skip that.
Yeah.
yeah, we had some drama with the games team. Shit was a little weird.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Right.
And then yeah,
Where's your pros at though? You know what I mean? Like, you know,
yeah,
what?
pros. I met a lot of cool people, man.
Yeah.
It's put me in a lot of positions like, you know, like this one to talk about things and inspire others and motivate others.
People are
at a
excited
small
to have
level.
you in this studio
At a
right now,
small
by the
level.
way.
No, and I appreciate you guys having me, man. It's cool. It's
They've been wanting to see this bridge for a while.
yeah, no, it's been a long time coming for sure. I've been a long time weekly bus supporter, man.
Let's
That's
go,
what it is.
man. Yeah,
That's
you're a
what it
real
is.
one.
Appreciate
I got a lot of respect for you guys, and I love what you guys are doing. So yeah, like the pros, I mean, would literally be that, like the people that I've
Yeah.
met, the rooms it's put me in, the opportunities it's given me. because of my concerts and stuff like that. That's how I was able, you know, to link my dispensary deal.
Yeah.
That's how I got my
Okay.
dispensary
Okay.
deal.
Oh,
Shout out to Matt Boyle on that one.
Hell yeah.
So you guys know Matt Boyle?
I don't. Nope. I don't.
All
know.
right. So Matt Boyle is like the dude in Butte. Like he puts on like the parades. He's so community oriented. Like I aspire.
Our
to be
boy
like Matt.
I
Monty,
was gonna
bet
say,
you has to
yeah.
know him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure, bro. Matt is like
Yeah.
the dude in Butte.
I was
Like
gonna say, I'm sure them two.
Next
were close
gen
together.
entertainment
that's
over
my
there.
guy. Yeah. No, yeah. Monty does know him. Yeah,
yeah.
He definitely knows him because Matt linked me with Monty.
Got you.
Yeah. Anyways, oh goodness.
And I don't meet people that are younger than me doing more than I do. So that's crazy.
It is crazy.
I'm
28,
cool. And I figured I'm doing pretty well.
It's cool, man. Like there's a couple movers and shakers in Billings right now, and like most people are like, yo, like, are you intimidated? Are you like, what do you feel about that? I'm like, bro, like tell them to reach out. Like,
yeah,
I want to work with them. I want like, and I've been trying to demonstrate that a lot. I mean, I see like my dude Caden in the chat. Like Caden's an inspiration. He's a hustler, bro. That's my dude. He's got a clothing brand out in Billings. It's called Don't Shy Away.
Oh, where?
He's gonna be setting up at our Halloween event. That's my guy, man.
Is he doing any of your merch or anything?
He doesn't do my merch, but he does have his own stuff, and his stuff's cool.
Word.
Yeah,
No doubt.
he's a youngin', man. I don't know how old Caden is, but you gotta be fresh out of high school, I'm sure.
Dang, dude, he's getting it.
He's moving and shaking, man. It's awesome, man. I love seeing that stuff for sure.
I had a quote on here. It's a Jay-Z quote that says, "You are not a businessman. You are the businessman."
The business, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
No, and you know, I love that, but it does take a team, man. And I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of like really good people around me, like in the past, you know, however many years since 2014 is really when I started kicking a lot.
Yeah, you got some good players around you, bro. Legit.
Yeah, and I got some day ones, and then I got some that have like, you know, jumped on board throughout the years. And overall, man, I'm so blessed to have a lot of them, man. There's some really good people. I've been fortunate as hell, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you said a comment that you made the transition over to in the marijuana dispensary industry. How did that? You said that kind of segue into it.
So
go ahead, man.
My dude Matt Boyle, he does concerts in Butte.
Shout out Matt Boyle.
Yeah, shout out Matt Boyle, man. That's my dude. Changed my life for real. We used to do concerts together. Like and it wasn't because I had to, but it was because like I respected Matt, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna bring, let's say Chris Webby to Butte, I could bring him by myself, do it no problem. But to me, there's like a huge respect thing when I'm going into someone else's market that I respect. I immediately offer them like, yo, like, you want to split this show with me? Yeah. And so he's always split them. He's always been great. You know, business has always been A1. He's just a really good dude. And we've just kind of built that rapport with each other, built that relationship, kind of became brothers over the years, you know? Sure. And it led to the opportunity of Collective Elevation. He had just started a Butte location with them.
I really like the name, by the way. So
yeah, I love it too. It's a clean brand. Everything about it, you know, they're good people. You know, it's great product.
Speaking of that, yeah, you brought us some.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm gonna crack it open.
Some modified grapes, bro. It's good stuff.
Let's take a look at it.
Loyal to the soil.
Review. Yeah,
Collective Elevation.
Yeah, check that out. But Matt was like, he knew that I was trying to get into the dispensary industry. I had a few different like hiccups getting in with other brands. I had a brand that I was working with that never paid me for the like I don't want to say recruiting, but I helped them get a bunch of patients and stuff back when we were in medical. Yeah, they never really like took care of me. Well, that's just so loud.
Yeah, like, that's tough, bro.
He's like, oh.
I had to crack it. I had to crack it. It looks beautiful.
And so, yeah, he linked me up with them. We sat down, we made a deal, and that's how Collective Elevation Billings was formed, man. So Matt really got me into it.
I like the setup. I only went there the last time I was down.
Yeah, it's not a trap house. It's a trap home, man.
That's fucking right, dude.
Well, in Billings, you know, we have so many different rules and regulations and whatnot.
No,
it is not focused.
Not at all.
It's not doing it any justice.
Yeah, no. Keep going.
You got some fuzzy bud.
No, not at all, bro.
Let me see. Put that my way.
It's some beautiful looking bud. I'm not gonna lie to anybody, and that's not because it's not because it's from my shop. Like everybody that knows me knows that I give credit when it's due with any dispensary. What's up, Justin? What's up, Steven? How you guys doing? Rafa, my guy.
Oh wow, we're fucked here. So
it's too blurry. It's all good. Take our word. Top shelf.
Yes, great looking weed.
If you know one thing about us, we all know how to review some weed. So
yeah, I would never bring no half-ass weed to you guys.
Did you get into the recreational business, or were you waiting for it to pop, or were you medical and all that shit?
Yeah, so we've been in medical for like 5-6 years now.
Yeah, shout out then.
We started in medical. That was like, you know, the good old days. Everything was, you know, official medical, whatnot. Now it's transitioned into the rec medical market. majority of our sales are recreational, just
Yeah,
because that's how Montana is now with the ease of access. But I do really try to cater extra to my medical patients.
Was it stressful transitioning into rec?
No, and the reason why it wasn't, like I said, man, I'm just really blessed to have a lot of good people on my side.
Yeah.
And so like they're all on point. They're all handling, like everyone has their job and everybody handles their job and everything works.
That's fucking amazing how that works, man.
For med sales,
how it
you
needs to be.
had a whole year to prepare.
Yeah, and we knew it was coming, or we had an idea it was coming. And so like we knew, it's so funny. Every year, I try to take myself, like my boys, my family, and then like some of my team down to Vegas for New Year's.
Sure.
We'll rent an Airbnb, we'll rent whatever,
good team
penthouse,
building
whatever
efforts.
we do.
Yeah.
And we go down there and we just have fun. Well, the year that we went rec was like, I think we pulled a fucking all-nighter in the dispensary, like getting shit ready, like making sure that everything was just so perfect. And like we were there, we were probably not all-nighter, but we were there till like 3-4 a.m.
Got distracted.
And a lot of my team was there with me and stuff, just making sure that everything was like on point. We pre-packaged a bunch of stuff because we knew that January 1st was going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just like everything was like so ready, and there was so much like effort and energy put into that. It was so beautiful, man.
That's
But
fucking
it turned out and
sick,
made it
dude.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it went well.
Did the supply and demand like hurt at first?
No, so we were ready.
Nice.
That was like
dude.
for
That
collective.
is fucking
they
thug,
were
dude.
very
Because I
much
seen
already.
some dispos really struggle in the
They were.
transition.
And during that period when they were running out was like, I mean, I hated it because some of them were my friends.
Yeah.
But I loved it because,
You
Because
were
it wasn't
killing
you.
it. You're killing
so,
it. Yeah.
so that was great to have that influx. But since then, a lot of these other dispensaries have kind of got an idea of like their supply demand aspect that you're talking about, inventory management, and you don't see those issues near as much these days.
Fantastic,
Now.
man.
It's kind of leveled out.
Balanced
Now
out.
everybody, most people know their dispensary they want to go to.
Yeah.
They have their preferred spot. They might go check another spot out here and there, but people are creatures of habit.
Sure.
So they're going to where
Yeah.
they feel the most comfortable and
See, and
whatnot.
I was like, there's only
Track
one
home.
spot I'm going. I was like, I'm going collective.
Yeah, real talk. There's the only spot in Billings. No, there's real talk. There's a lot of great.
Are you guys gonna
dispensaries.
branch out then and start moving dispos everywhere?
So there's 5 collective elevation locations across the state right now. There's 2 in Bozeman, 1 in Butte, Missoula, and Billings. I just have the Billings one.
You're slacking in Great Falls.
You have no idea. Honestly,
think
if I
Great
made
Falls
a
is probably
list,
hard market.
it's very hard because you guys' city ordinance. It's a
Yeah.
lot like Billings. That's why I don't have another Billings
But
location.
Helen, I'm surprised you didn't say Helen. It honestly.
The Helena market's pretty oversaturated.
Is it?
There's a lot of dispensaries
fair
over there.
enough.
So is Missoula market. But no, I mean, I would, if I could
Dallas
pick
goes that way
any, quote unquote major city in Montana, it'd be Great Falls, hands down. Hands down. There's way too many people up here that need good weed, man. You know what I'm
Fact,
saying?
dude. I mean, and I'm not gonna shit on anyone else around here, but there's only very few that
Yeah.
that are worthy.
Yeah.
So
What are some pros and cons of anyone trying to think about investing into a new career?
such as
Anything in general, you're saying?
yeah,
The cons is probably just the hesitation.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean? Like,
I
what-
100%
what's
agree,
he gonna
dude.
think of me if I start this business that's like nobody else has seen before, right? Like, what's she gonna think?
Criticism's hard.
Bro, I'm
man.
talking like when I was in high school, I started my first clothing company, right? That was like when we started the clothing company. I had a teacher, like, bro, crazy shit. Like, this should not be in the schooling system, but he like made an example of me in front of the class of like, yo, like this is the stupid shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I made
That's
I made
fucking
$40,000. I made
insane,
$40,000 at 16 years old selling T-shirts out of my locker my senior year.
That
so it's like,
is
yo, bro, like
fucking
real
insane.
talk. If we're gonna compare on that, sir,
I just
we
made your fucking wage.
probably
yeah.
just made about the same.
Yeah.
While you're working every day, I'm just selling stuff out of a fucking
And
locker.
I'm still coming to school.
But that stuck with me, right? Because 6
I
years,
love this story, dude. That's your villain story.
5 years later, 4 years later, I'm leaving my house, right, in Billings, and I see this motherfucker parked 2 streets up. He lives down the street from me. I'm living fucking 8-9 houses down the street from this motherfucker.
That's
You
so
know what I'm saying?
funny, man.
And since then, obviously, we've graduated. We're super blessed, whatnot. But for me, that was like something that's like, yo, like this is what teachers are doing as an inspirational figure to kids and whatnot.
That's a brainwashing shit,
You know
dude.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you're talking pros and cons, the cons are really just like the what if, like what's he gonna think of me? What's she gonna think of me? Whatever. The pros, man, there's so many pros.
I think
know?
like 10 years ago, teachers were so stuck in that societal, you got to do what you got to do what we're
You gotta keep
planned
him-
for you.
You got to keep in mind
Now
our-
I think
Hey, boys,
I think
check this out. Hey,
I think teachers are more
oh, shit. Look, dude,
what?
dude, we got the crew over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think teachers are now more pushing to do your own thing.
Okay, fuck it.
Huh?
No, and I think that teachers, it's all situational and it's all different individuals, right? You have certain teachers that are going to be like, they're all going to be like about pushing you towards
it's just that
following your dreams or doing your thing, whatever. But there's so many of them that are like, they have this structure.
Our current education system is still the education system established for the Russian factory workers, man. And no, it really is. We established it in the early 1900s after the Russian industrial era. So we wanted factory workers to be programmed from an 8 to 5 job. You know what I mean? 9 to 5, 8 to 4 type of job. That's why you go Monday through Friday. That's why you go to. That's why it's for the work environment and training your brain to later take breaks. There's your lunch break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
it's a fucked up system. So they hear a teacher. To do that is fucking not mind-boggling, but it's so shocking. You're like, you can't believe that you would hear someone that is supposed to be educational fucking try to diminish someone's dreams.
Yeah, these are the inspirational folks. These are
insane.
They're the ones that are in charge of the pathway that, and not fully in charge, but they have a lot of influence on the youth.
Yeah,
and so knowing that there's teachers like him, like that specific individual, that are still out there that are most likely discouraging individuals from following whatever the fuck they're
fucking bananas.
I think there's always that. There's also always that one teacher that has that about him. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
But there was more.
Mine
than
wasn't
him.
our teacher.
He was like the one. He was like the one where was like very vocal about it and like proud to be vocal about it and like making fun of me and I was just like, man, I don't really care. You know what I mean? I sat back in my chair.
Yeah, fuck you,
I took it like a champ, bro. I was like, whatever. But with all recollection, I don't have a specific teacher or individual that was ever motivating with that stuff either, though. And that's what I think is terrible.
I don't think so either, dude.
You know what I mean?
It was always this, you better do your work.
I'm cool with a lot of my teachers, and I have a lot of respect for them, but like there was never really any of them that were like, yo, like what you're doing, like you need to keep fucking doing that. Most of them were just like on the sidelines, like quiet as hell about it.
Because they didn't chase their fucking dream, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like that's like such a weird dynamic when we're talking about like, creating legends, creating people that are going to take humanity to the next step.
Yeah,
you can't have this traditional school system, man.
No, I totally agree. I
agree with what Caden said right here.
I think it's changing a little bit.
It's changing, which I love that. And like,
I have like almost all my teachers tell me to do whatever I want to do.
My son says that the culture might be changing with his grades. He says he has a few teachers that got his back.
And honestly, with social media and pop culture and all that, maybe it's because they realized that they don't have a fucking hold of that anymore. Because someone like you, bro, you could start a TikTok and you could be making millions before anybody else does around you. You know what I mean? Like that's some real shit.
Yeah.
Or you could do anything, man. Like there's so much opportunity with internet, with Web3, with all that.
Big
shit.
Facts,
so much
man.
Opportunity, man.
And I try to put him in the right position because I said it earlier. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So yeah, I bring him everywhere I can so he can absorb everything.
Awesome,
bro. Yeah, he's been around fucking millionaires and chilling and like he's just chilling. He's off on the sidelines. But I always told him, I said, keep your mouth fucking closed and your ears open because what you're listening to and hearing are from individuals that actually have resonated power around their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you soak it in, you're gonna fucking memorize it.
Something you'll notice too, man, is it's very rare that you find a successful individual that's bringing someone else down or their dreams, their goals, anything they're doing.
There's a saying by 50 Cent that, dude. He's like, you never see. He's like, you always see the broke motherfucker starting to fight.
It's always that. It's always that. And that's something that I've been able to power through with. Don't get me wrong, man. I got a lot of support here in Montana, but with support comes a lot of the other end of things.
Yeah.
Too. Fortunately,
that local group of haters, always.
Yeah, always. And I'm not gonna lie, like the first couple years were the worst. Now it's like, there's like one or two dudes that are still like out in a parking lot just screaming like fuck Connor or whatever. And it's like, yo, like why?
You don't fucking even know me like that.
I'm still doing the same thing.
And that's the thing. None of them have ever met me.
That's exactly it, man. It's always that. The ones that are loudest are the ones that wish they were close to you, man.
That's real talk, man.
I want to read this real quick. Caden says, some teachers will say it to your face that you're going to be a failure, but gosh damn, did they light a fire in us? That's damn right.
Real talk.
And I think that's because we're a bunch of creatives. You know what I mean?
We are super creatives, yeah.
So our brains don't sit there like, oh yeah, I'll sit at this desk.
So let's rub it in that teacher's face real quick. Where was your favorite place you've traveled now, man?
Well, I mean, I did love India, but my favorite country is probably Portugal.
Really?
Like Portugal, good food. It was just beautiful. Portugal and Greece are like top of my list, I would say.
You've been to Greece?
Oh yeah, I've been.
Tell me about Greece.
I love Greece. I spent some time out in Santorini. You guys see like, when you see like the Instagram models posted up with like the white buildings with like the blue roofs and shit like that. Like, most beautiful place ever, bro. Like it's crazy.
Dude, is all of the architecture that way in Greece? Like, is it
a lot of it is? Yeah, a lot of old buildings. Greece was actually pretty dirty.
Really?
Athens, especially. Athens, like I don't know what it was, man, but it was like
Just like tourism dirty?
I'm talking like people driving down the road and they're just throwing shit out their
No
window.
shit.
It seemed like that. Yeah, like it was just like garbage everywhere, bro. Santorini's a lot more cleaned and maintained. But
Really?
Athens was a little dirty, yeah.
Well, crazy.
Maybe I was in the wrong place with Athens. I don't know.
You're just in the ghetto. down here hanging out.
Is it Mykonos in Greece? Is it Mykonos in Greece? Is that wrong? Is that right?
I believe that's in Greece. I ain't been to Mykonos though. I believe that's in Greece, though. Yeah.
I was just thinking about the Drake lyric.
You being
Oh,
an
yeah.
entrepreneur, man. You've traveled the world, you've met a lot of cool people, and you've also transitioned into several different industries. You're also pretty involved in the fight world. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. Definitely not because I'm a fighter. I'm not a fighter, man. But I love the culture of it. There's a lot of really, so I grew up in Billings, right? So we had like the grindhouse out there.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm good friends with Will out in Billings, and a lot of the fighters out there like are just like personal friends of mine. Like they pull up to my house, we smoke, whatever. But it's actually funny. Like 2-3 years ago, when I first bought my new house in Billings.
Congratulations, new ownership, sick dude.
Thank you. We have a wine cellar. I have like I don't know, it's probably like 1,000, maybe 1,200 square foot wine cellar in my basement, right?
Nice,
That
nice.
wine cellar, I don't drink.
What
So
do
we're
you
like,
do
what
with
do I
it?
do with
Yeah.
the wine cellar? So we turned it into a jiu-jitsu gym.
What?
I swear to
Shut
God.
the fuck
So we
up,
had
dude.
pads on the walls, pads on the ground, and you could have like 3-4 people, probably 3
Dude,
groups of
with those
people.
pads and shit, dude, you could actually probably convert it to like a studio too, dude.
Real
Dead
talk,
ass,
I will
dude.
never have a studio in my house ever again, man.
Really?
No, this
Ever
is-
again.
No, the traffic that it brings is not.
Dude, I gotta hear some shit, bro.
No. Oh man, no. I mean, I just you know how rappers get, man. You know how rappers get, and there's just not a lot of respect when they're wearing.
Oh, that's fucked, man.
But yeah, we had this. We had the mats down in the fucking wine cellar, and we would bring in like Will Grunhauser. Or we would bring in different fighters in Billings to just like do like lessons with my boys and I. So like we learned some jujitsu
That's
over
fire, Connor. That's
got in shape.
fucking sick.
Yeah, and so we were paying these guys to come in. We even had Terrell. We had Terrell Bracken come in for a lesson. I swear.
That's
Terrell
sick.
came in and just like, did a little bit of training and stuff just to get different people in, just teaching my boys. Because I have a couple homies that are like getting into fighting or they want to get into fighting.
Yeah,
But
sure, sure.
You have a
Me-
house with an elevator in it? Is that real?
Yeah, my house has an elevator.
Damn.
We're really blessed, man. We really are.
Oh, yeah.
The crib's got a little over 9,000 square feet, so it's
That's
like
what's up, dog.
more room. Than
You
I'll ever
on
give.
you in the Heights then, or are you overlooking the city?
So I live in. It's called Ironwood. It's
Oh,
like,
so you're outside.
in Billings. It's in my opinion, it's the most prestigious neighborhood in Billings. Like you guys heard of the castle in
Yeah,
Billings?
yeah.
I live on the same street as the castle. I'm like down the street.
Word,
I'm on
that's
the same
sick,
street.
dude.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah. Yes, he says Miss Sunday rolls. My dude, yeah, he used to come through every Sunday, man. Shout out Trevor, it's my guy. Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
that was really cool. It was kind of like a team building thing more than anything. Because like I was like, I'm cool with getting in shape. I'm cool with like learning this stuff and understanding. Because
Yeah.
I'm a fight fan like to the death.
Yeah.
But I was like, I will never fight. And I knew that if I'm training, everybody's gonna be like, yo, like let's get
Come on,
going
you
on
want
a car.
to get in?
Like,
Hey, come on, you
Yeah.
wanna
there's
get in
been
here?
there's been so many opportunities to hop on cars and stuff with Terrell and with other promotions, and every single time I'm like, hell no,
It's
bro.
just not for me.
Not
man.
not because I don't think I could handle it, but because like the anticipation of the fight is what like,
It's a
Holy
stressful
shit, bro.
fucking world.
That on
man.
top of everything else you got going
and
on.
I'm gonna
you're
have to
like,
take
holy
off,
fuck.
2-3 months
Yeah.
of everything else, push it to the side, and focus on training. Because if I'm gonna do it, I want to be.
That's one thing people
You know.
don't understand about fighters, man. They totally fucking have to take everything out of their lives, dude. Like seriously, it's serious. The dedication to a fighter is insane.
It's crazy, man. That's why I got a lot of respect for these guys, man.
Yeah, man.
Is like it is an entire lifestyle. To do what
Total,
they do.
yeah, total. Well, your transition to the fight world has been welcome, man. You are always in the right company. I love seeing you out at the
Yeah.
events, man. I seen you rocking out at almost every Fusion event, and then you've been at a couple bare knuckle events too, man.
Yeah,
It's been-
BKFC's been great. No, but Fusion I think is really cool, man, because what Terrell's doing for the state of Montana and the fight scene in Montana is pretty
Oh,
freaking
dude,
awesome,
his
man.
production in the last couple of years has gone up
Every now
so
and again,
much, man.
you
I
know?
love his production, man.
And as a I obviously being in the entertainment scene, like I understand what it takes to put that together.
Yeah.
And to coordinate all these moving parts. You got so many different employees, team members, obviously all the production.
Yeah,
And then you got to worry about legalities, keeping people safe, all the health concerns,
Oh,
all that shit.
absolutely.
It's like there is so much that goes on. So, I got a lot of respect for Terrell in that sense on the weight that he carries with Fusion Fight League. And that's why I've done whatever I can to back that.
And that's definitely a
Um,
grind, yes. For
Yeah.
sure.
We've sponsored, gosh, I want to say for the last 4 or 5 years now, I sponsor Fusion Fight League.
who are you sponsoring now?
Right now as fighters,
Fighters, yeah.
you
You got a grip or what?
there's a grip, but there's a couple of them that I sponsored on their last fight that walked out wearing different dispensary shit.
Oh, fuck.
And that was like, Hell no.
Hell no,
You know what I mean?
dude.
So
What the
like they
fuck?
won't be getting no more money, no more opportunities.
Who's your
with
main
that.
guys?
My main guys that I sponsor right now, Tommy.
Tommy McMillan.
Tommy's my dog.
Okay. And
We're
that
gonna
was
go
what
watch
brings
him
you
working like
to
an hour
Great
and a
Falls
half.
today, right?
That's what brings me to Great Falls today is supporting my dude Tommy, man.
Tommy Gun Mafia. There you go. Yeah, I was just looking at your shirt. Yeah.
Shout out Tommy. Shout out his whole team, man. They're all good dudes. I got a lot of respect for Tommy. I got a lot of respect for Tim Welch.
Tim's the
You
dog.
know,
baby.
obviously they got Sean, but they
Yeah.
have so many other like potential champions on their team. You guys were here at the last. I mean, I know you were here.
Yeah.
Obviously, the last time they were up here, and they brought like 2-3 boys. All of them were just absolutely
They're dogs.
dominant.
Yeah, they're
like
dogs.
they were
I
dominant.
think they have the same amount of people, right?
Yeah, they brought a team of
Or
three. Yeah.
Same one. Oh goodness, yeah, and they're incredible. All of them. They're fantastic athletes, Tommy included. And so to be involved with Tommy and them is big. Sterling Rich.
Okay.
We just did a little sponsor with
Oh,
Sterling
Sterling?
Rich. Something,
Yeah.
something light. Yeah. He's not really like a dispensary guy, so Extrinsic sponsored him.
There you go.
Everybody else is a little more like low key. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, those are like my two main my main dudes right now would be Sterling and Tommy, and they're
Are you
two of
going to
my
continue
favorite
to work
fighters
with
watch.
Tommy when he bounces to UFC?
We've talked about it. There's obviously like restrictions and whatnot.
Christian, you
That
got 30 minutes mentally to get it wrapped in.
my dude's
Dead
lit.
ass. I'm being 150% serious.
1,000% with you, probably not gonna happen.
Well, you already committed, so you're the guy. So
Yeah, well,
you committed that. Remember that.
all right, well, just put it on me and tell him like that's not a thing.
Oh no, Bubba.
Yeah.
You'll
This
still
guy.
I tell him. I say, oh
Right
no,
now,
Bubba.
let's say it right now.
No, sit down. Transitioning
Brady.
from to the fight world. You're also a business owner into rentals, right?
Yeah. So we do.
Airbnb is a new thing.
We're in the Airbnb realm a little bit. I have 8 units right now.
I don't think that's a little bit, bro.
Well,
That's actually
they're
that's
not-
a handful.
I don't own all of them. I don't own all of them.
Okay.
In fact, yeah.
You're fucking lucky I showed. God damn it. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah. So we got units in Bozeman, Billings, Scottsdale, Arizona, and
Oh,
Vegas.
shit, yeah.
Oh, you have
So
some
we're-
in
so we're-
Arizona too.
So we're spread a little bit. We got one in Arizona. We just set up. Gosh, probably about a month ago. Or so.
Nice,
A couple
dude. That's
months
what's
down
up.
there. Yeah. So Scottsdale, I've been spending a little bit of time down there too.
Dang,
I
dude,
like it down
that's
there.
cool,
As
dude.
long as it's not too damn hot, man. You know how it is, bro. When it's hot
Fuck,
like
dude.
that,
I don't know. We
don't.
never
I've
got
never
that
been there.
experience, dude. Because when we were in Albuquerque, bro, it was colder in Albuquerque
Really?
than it was in Montana. We're like, what the fuck?
No,
Yeah, I hopped
bro.
off the plane. I was like, all right, it's gonna be warm here.
I'm talking like if I
No,
don't,
it's
if I'm
like
not making money, I'm not
32
going to
years ago.
Arizona in the heat, bro. There's no chance. Like
Is it miserable down there?
it's miserable. Like in like July,
Next slide.
August, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible, bro. Horrible. Like I'm talking like it's like damn near midnight, and I'm still sweating if I go outside, bro. Like I went out to smoke a joint it was a couple weeks ago, and it was like 2 a.m., bro.
Fuck
And I'm
that.
like, why am I sweating at 2 a.m. outside?
I gotta have
Right.
Four Seasons, man.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
I prefer to be in hoodies or
Now
sweats.
I say that. Catch me in a couple months. I'm like, man, fuck this snow.
I
Man.
gotta go.
fucking hate this snow. I wanna go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
mid January, he's like, I'm fucking moving.
Dead ass, bro. I'm like looking at condos in like southern states. Like, yo, where do I want to go, man, for
Right.
the rest of the season?
So Billings, it has a reputation, right? It's kind of like Great Falls. It's the stepchild of Montana in the sense of the other cities claiming us, right?
So with Thailand saying
no,
that,
I see what's up next.
so with Thailand saying that, what is the most Florida man Billings thing you ever seen?
Yeah. What is the craziest shit a man or an individual you've seen in Billings up to?
I don't even know like a good example.
I seen a
there's-
guy.
There's
in
so much. There's so much.
I
shit
seen
that
a
we've
guy
there.
on downtown Billings on Facebook live, and he was butt ass naked, dude, chilling.
chasing people or no?
No, I don't know.
There was a naked woman a few weeks ago, and I'm like a when it comes to mental health and stuff, like bro, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was naked as hell, and she was like chasing, screaming people in the middle of the street and stuff.
Oh,
and
hell
it was
God
like, it was
damn.
like, holy cow! I don't know.
Is your crime rate gone down in the last couple of years, or
Hell no.
no? It just continues to climb, huh?
Hell no. Which sucks because a lot of the officials and whatnot blame that on cannabis, which is some hoe ass shit. If we're being real, like,
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
real talk, like it has nothing to. I mean, it does have something to do with it, right? But it doesn't have the influence that everybody thinks.
No,
it
dude.
doesn't. It doesn't. It has just as much influence as alcohol, as this, that, and the other. Man, it's all
It
about
has.
the culture.
It
It's how
couldn't
it's
have
handled.
nothing to do with everybody moving into this state from out of state,
That's
right?
and that's of
Come
course
on
not.
now.
It would never be that. And people need to take that in consideration. With-
Absolutely. How
with-
much is our population doubled? You know what I mean? Like
with,
it
with
just
the
keeps
growth
climbing.
of the city,
Yeah.
crime's going to grow as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and people don't have places to live anymore. Their poverty rates climbing because there's nowhere to move, and it's just fucking insane.
Yeah, real talk.
Are you
Iris
guys
says you don't
struggling
drive
with-
yourself.
What was that?
Iris says you don't drive yourself. I just read that.
If
I don't enjoy driving like that.
you could prefer to be chauffeured, you would, huh?
Yeah. So
I kind of like that too.
I've
Dude.
had an assistant for the last probably year or so, and so I've always just kind of hitched rides with my
I
assistant.
fucking need one of
with
those,
my
bro.
boys or with whoever. Yeah, shout out to Day and shout out to AJ, my guys. I don't really. I mean, I can drive. Like I fucking grew up racing cars.
What?
I race you guys' racetrack here.
Yeah.
I used to race here.
Really?
Yeah.
Stock cars and shit. Huh?
Street stocks and Midwest modified.
Nice,
My
dude.
family, all my family, still races here.
Oh,
Badass,
shit,
dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking
and
sick.
Billings, of course, and like Belgrade, all those tracks. Yeah. So
Damn,
like,
you're-
I mean, it's not that I can't drive. Like,
you got an interesting life, man.
I was ranked number 6 in the country at one point.
For being
racing,
26,
yeah.
dog, you live,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
I've
you
lived,
live,
I've lived a
you
lot.
live,
I've
yeah.
had a very blessed life. Yeah, but we're just getting started. That's like the cool part. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh
We're
yeah,
just
man,
getting
you're
started.
just turning
Yeah,
up. I think
yeah.
Montana's just starting to get that handle on fucking shit. You can see it with everywhere we go now, dude.
Well, and it's coming from that growth that you're talking about.
Yeah,
when
yep,
more people
yep.
are moving in, there's a lot more sustainability to do what the hell I want to do and what you guys
Facts.
wanna do
And
all
people
that.
with money coming in to put back in the community and shit. You know what I mean? So,
hell yeah.
So I got a question. It's a rando. Billings versus Great Falls. Whose crackheads are winning? Who you putting money on?
Listen, if you'd asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have said Great Falls. but the crackheads are involving in Billings, man. I would give it to the Billings ones, man. They keep continuing to outdo themselves. It's
I would get behind and put money on the floor on Billings right now too. I think your guys' crackhead headlines have been way worse than ours lately.
so we do shows regularly in 12 to 15 different cities across the country.
yeah,
Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Spokane are the 4 where I'm I double up on security.
yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. dude.
Always. I always. And it's just, it's a security measure. I'll make sure everybody's good. But man, it's Spokane's the worst out of all of them.
Oh yeah.
Hands down.
Oh yeah,
Hands
dude.
down.
absolutely.
Spokane's a
Hands down.
cesspool, man.
So Spokane is bad. But Butte, Great Falls, and Billings are strong runners up, man. They hold their own. They really do, man.
Dude,
The crackhead Olympics.
Yeah.
Albuquerque was bad though too.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was so
I
bad.
think Albuquerque reminded me of a huge Billings, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It-
I don't
not
know if
only
that's
is
good
it
or not. That's
not
not
only
my sport,
Yeah.
not only from the distance does it look the same,
Yeah, it looks
when you drive
identical.
around it looks the fucking same.
Yeah.
No.
I swear, there's nothing to fucking look at but a few little high rises out in the distance.
That's
all right,
facts, man.
Peanut butter, man. You could tell them about that in the comments, Dave. Peanut butter.
cool. And then in Albuquerque, it was so bad that they were getting ready to shut down the fucking Walmart. They done.
Oh yeah, they were closing
they
the Walmart
cleaned that
now, bro.
bitch
They're
out,
like,
bro.
yeah, we're getting out of here. Walmart said they're not coming back. Yeah.
hardly shit on the.
It
shop.
was
I'm not-
horrible,
People
dog.
just going in and
Dude, we
raiding
had
the
to
place or
Raiding
what?
it.
What did we need?
Absolutely.
We needed something
Power in numbers,
really
man.
basic.
dude, for real. Like that place
Crazy.
was.
Yeah,
wiped
they
out.
did the mob raids, dude. They are doing them on a regular basis.
Can't arrest all of us.
I was
That's
looking-
nuts.
Ty was looking for something simple.
Something they,
Chef was looking for something simple.
they had to unlock a case like a T-shirt type of shit, dude. I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, you need a pack of gum? Let me get my
yeah,
manager.
like yeah, you walk down the shampoo aisle. There's one bottle
So
of fucking
wild,
beer.
dude.
You're like, all
I'm
right,
like, what
cool.
the fuck?
That's crazy.
I was like, what neighborhood are we in, dog?
You get your vest.
No shit.
Now we did see vest joggers in Seattle though, like legit just joggers, people running in
Yeah.
full tracksuits and they were wearing vests. I was like, what the
That might
fuck?
be like a weighted thing, though.
No, I asked them. They said it was for protection. I said, why are you guys running with vests? Because it just caught my interest. I'm from Montana, and they're like, no, it's because we're in a shitty neighborhood.
They're asking you, why aren't you running?
yeah.
We're just keeping up with the car.
Swear to God, dude.
That's funny.
So there's been we posted a topic in on our Facebook about Great Falls getting a new venue,
yeah.
tearing down the fairgrounds, and we just it got put on pause. The city approved it, and then apparently fucking paused it, and we were re-bringing it up, and the city's interested in it. Well, the people are. The city isn't. Since the Metra had its roof tore off and it's been rebuilt, have you seen bigger and better names and more of a capacity fill during events?
Yeah, I think that having something like MetraPark is good for just not just the local economy, but also morale.
Yeah,
Right. You have shit to do.
right. Has it attracted though? Because that's the thing. They're like, if we build it. I mean, I heard this. This is an actual fucking statement that I heard from someone trying to combat the new building. They're like, yeah, but we're taking a risk that they might not come. I said, what? No, that's not how entertainment works, man. You fucking showcase it and then you draw interest. And
Especially if we can build an interstate from Billings to Great Falls. That's the only damper.
Hey, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Widen that bitch out one more lane all the way down.
I'm just talking about fuck that. Just the venue. Did it help you in your city? Just getting that new renovation?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that anybody in the entertainment scene can benefit from that.
Yeah.
Even somebody that's not doing shows in that establishment you can still throw after parties after a show at that establishment, or you can get interviews with people that are performing in that establishment. You know, there's so much more opportunities. We're talking, you know, liquor reps or local restaurants being able to cater, they're benefiting off of that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's so it's a ripple effect into a community when you have an establishment like that. And
I just really wanted to really make that a point for our city, because hearing it from someone like you who is in the entertainment industry and has seen that venue full at some, you know, like at some point in your life, and you've also probably seen it when it wasn't what it was now.
Yeah. Under proper management, I don't think there's any way that it would be a bad idea for Great Falls. Obviously, I have no idea about the numbers and all that, but if you have the right people in there, you could do it. You could do it in freaking Hardin, Montana.
To me, it doesn't make sense.
In a smaller town, like all you need is that community engagement. You know, Hardin, like I actually really love the Hardin community, just because like everyone there, they'll show up, they'll pull up for you know, whatever is going on if there's a big enough event. And that's kind of what you would need here is, you know, you can throw a big concert outdoors and so many people will show up. But if you have like an arena, or if you have like that hub where everyone knows to be looking at that spot for what's going on, I feel like
especially like the High Line and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You can bring
the High Line down, bringing every, you know what I mean?
Connors has the right. I think that was the most realistic answer you could have fucking given. And one what I was really honestly searching for was, if you get the right people in position to run that fucking thing, you got success.
Which I think you guys with oh goodness, it's skipping my mind. What's your guys' local venue called?
The Newberry?
The Newberry. Seems like they're doing a great job.
They're bringing in consistent talent.
Aside from the fact that they're not willing to work with outside promoters, which I don't like that, but on top of everything, they're doing a great job of what they're doing.
And the only stick I have on the Newberry is the sound, bro. They don't have good sound damper.
Oh, really?
So if you bring
I love it. I love the sound. So you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
No, dude, I hear it all the time.
That's the first time I've heard
it. Especially if you bring rock in, dude. Like they need soundproofing. You know what I mean? But other than that, I like the Newberry a lot.
I mean, the talent that they're bringing in.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, I want to give them their kudos, because it is crazy the amount of talent that they have been bringing in on Wednesdays nights and Tuesdays. We're like, what the fuck? This is cool. Dope. You are here for the Fusion event, but we've kind of already gone over that. So I got something that you are getting ready to do October 28th. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got a major event in Billings.
And at METRAPARK, actually.
And this has become an annual thing.
It has. It's became like it's something that everybody in Billings can count on.
Let's talk about it.
In Billings can look forward to.
3?
This is number 7.
Fuck, I said 3, dude. I fucked it up, bro.
I believe it's my 4th or 5th, though. So
gotcha.
Purgatory wasn't actually mine to start.
Oh, okay.
A gentleman out of Missoula named Ryan Bradshaw. He's the creator of Purgatory. Absolute hustler. He's actually the only Montana rapper to sell out the Wilma.
Wow.
Ryan Bradshaw. Shout out to Ryan Bradshaw. He's you know, grown out of his career and whatnot. He's started multiple very successful businesses and all of that since then. But yeah, back when he was rapping, man, he like the only Montana rapper to sell out the Wilma, which that's
impressive.
That's a big feat, man. Yeah, that's the biggest local
theater.
Yeah, I mean, like sales for a local artist, hands down. Yeah. Now Ches is right there behind him. Yeah. Ches sold out the pub station. I think it was like 850, 900 people.
Ches did well opening up with Wayne and them too, man. That crowd was big, dude. I know that was a Wayne crowd, dude, but I seen a lot of people jiving.
A lot of people like Ches, man. Shout out Ches, my boy. But yeah, Purgatory, man. October 28th in Billings. Tons of people come. Like we got people coming from. There's people coming down from Canada. There's people from Washington,
what's your
Idaho.
theme? I thought your theme was cool.
Yeah, so this year the theme is Purgatory Wonderland. It's got like an Alice in Wonderland theme on it. Now Purgatory, although it's a Halloween event, it's not like a scary event by any means.
Sure.
It's just like a party, right? Like we got like 6 to 8 DJs, like some of the top DJs.
Is it like 18 and up?
18 plus. That's at the Metra. You know, all kinds of bars and shit that for the party folk. There's, you know, smoking section for my type of people.
Yeah. That's fire, dude. That's cool.
It's awesome, man. And I got all kinds of different recap videos and stuff out right now on like the Purgatory Facebook and whatnot. Check that out if you guys are interested.
I love the graphics that you guys did too, man. Whoever did the graphics on that is fire.
I do Chris, bro, and it's crazy because Chris usually does all my flyers, right? Like he's my guy, he's my in-house.
Yeah, he's good.
And he was like out of town or busy or something when I was like trying to get the flyer done, and so I couldn't get a hold of him. And I was like, all right. So I reached out to like 3-4 different people that all did like they did pretty good. You know, like the flyers were nice. I was like, all right, I see you, whatever. But it just wasn't like I didn't see it and I wasn't like super excited.
Sold on it, yeah.
And then one day Chris hit me up and he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, bro, like, where have you been? You know,
yeah.
He sent that like the next day or whatever. And like when he sent that to me, I was like, yeah,
It's
like,
fucking
I
sick,
was like,
dude.
dude, I don't even know what to say to you, but like, let's fucking rock. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you need, like, we'll make
Yeah.
it happen. You know, that's my guy, man. Shout out to Chris, Chris McNasty. He's out of Arizona.
Yeah, shout
My
out to
boy, man. Shout out
McNasty.
Chris. Hell
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah, and so this year, like I said, Ryan's been the owner of Purgatory for the last, since the beginning. He started it a few years ago. He gave me the opportunity to kind of do like a sweat equity type of situation
Cool.
where I worked with the brand, sold tickets, whatever, and I was able to earn a percentage of ownership.
Right.
Okay.
Crushed it for the last couple of years with them. Last year, the show was incredible. Tons of people, it was, went off fucking incredible. Right?
Yeah, no, I actually recall it. Yeah,
like
I
a
remember
blast.
seeing
So
stories and shit from
Best
it. Yeah.
feedback we've ever gotten from Halloween.
Ton of
There's just-
stories on
there's
IG.
No
I've
issues,
seen it
you know what I
too,
mean? It
man.
was just great. Good energy across the board. And the day after, Ryan like calls me. He's like, "Yo, man, I'm kind of getting old. I don't know, man." And I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, and I gave him a price.
I hear what
was
you're
like-
saying.
I was like, "What you think?" He's like, "Cool." We fucking met up, whatever, shook hands. And so needless to say, this year I
The
took over.
branding is yours.
And so this year it's 100% like my baby. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And so when we were talking about
That's
flyer,
exciting.
we're talking about flyer, production, artists, everything. I'm like, this has to be fucking perfect.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's my first year coming out of the gates with this as my officially like my brand, and so now it's something that, and I always take pride in everything I do, whether it's a 10% or 100% ownership, but in this case it's like I'm extra pumped, man.
Yeah, no,
you know what I
dude,
mean?
it
Like,
reminds
we
me of
are-
50 Cent with Power,
I
man.
like it.
Because that's what he calls it. He's like, man, that's something that I wanted to do personally.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the video you got on the METRAPARK Facebook page.
Yeah.
That one's sick.
Yeah, Metro's running.
They
a
must
lot
be
of
great to work
marketing.
with. I have to ask you. I mean, METRAPARK, I mean, they did the weed thing that was down there, which was it was busy and big.
Yeah,
and-
good on them, dude.
Yeah, no, Metro's cool, man. They got some really good people in there.
Yeah, it
right
seems
now.
like it.
I could go down a whole damn list, but Cody and Craig are my boys right now. That's like my main contacts over there. Jamie's incredible. There's so many people at METRAPARK that they don't get the recognition that they deserve. in a way.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to. I mean,
But
it just
like-
seems like a great venue.
They're great people, man, and they make things pretty damn effortless most of the time. And I'm hoping that it stays that way. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. Keep them happy because it
Hell
seems
yeah.
like you're keeping them happy. And,
Yeah.
we have a big event that we got to get to. We got to get plugging away. I love all the time, and it was a great conversation. I can't wait to
Hopefully
have
we
you
can-
back on.
Yeah, let's have you back on
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
we'll make it happen. We need to get you guys down to Billings for the
Yeah.
next fusion fight in Billings.
Absolutely.
And let's do a pod down there.
Fucking A.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do that.
Get you
Yeah.
guys some cool guests.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm down,
Cool
dog.
guests in Billings.
Before we close out, though, I want to give you an opportunity to do any shout outs that you have for anybody in particular.
No, man. There's too many people.
Yeah.
I know that sounds terrible because I should be able to list them off. Obviously, my girl, my family, but my boys, everybody that holds it down for me, and gals. There's a lot of girls on my team too. There's just so many people on my team that I'm really, really blessed. Not just having them to help me, but just to be in their presence. Like there's
Sure.
a lot of really inspirational people on my
That's
team,
fucking
and
sick, man.
I benefit from that a lot. So a lot of them in the chat too, man. I love
Yeah,
you guys.
no,
Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Everybody that popped in the chat, thank you. If you haven't, please jump over to our YouTube and subscribe.
Levi, who are our shout outs?
You know what it is. Got it on the chest. Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. Get yourself an Everybody Knows a Christian shirt. TWB10 at checkout. I said guerrillawarfareapparel.com. TWB10 at checkout.
Also on my chest.
And tonight we'll be selling some Bust World at the Fusion Fight League. Come out, get your merch. Also, Hudson's Trash Removal. You need something taken out, he'll take it out. Want your ex-girlfriend taken out, he'll take her out.
She gone.
The after party for the Fusion Fight League with Tommy McMillan is at the Halftime Sports Bar.
Let's go.
Get yourself some celebratory tacos from Taco Treat. Your one-stop vaping head shop, 4:20.
I got shouts out.
Yeah, I knew you did. I knew you did.
Shout out my boy Tommy and shout out my boy Kai.
Let's
There you
go. Let's go. Yeah, I love that neutral.
If you don't know-
neutral stance, man.
If you don't know, 4 has 5 locations. 2 in Great Falls, Montana, Helena, Billings, Prescott, Arizona,
I was just over there before I came here.
and our Aunt Jamie, St.
Dog down, dog down.
Our Aunt Jamie, St. Mark's.
And Beard Wisconsin, if you have any beard oil palm needs, make sure you hit up Beard Wisconsin and use our promo code weekly15. Save yourself 15% off. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the Weekly Buzz. Thank you for coming on, Connor.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
We out.
Dope. That was fire.